our region's business. Innovation, transformation, momentum, improving our communities and driving technologies that will shape our region for generations. The collaboration that brings vitality, prosperity, and life to living. Stay with us for the coming half hour as we examine in depth our region's business. Now, here's your host, Bill Flanagan.
Today on our region's business, Picturing the City. A new exhibit captures the third wave of transformation underway at the core of our region. Plus, a new cultural district emerges in the city of Greensburg, Westmoreland County, thanks to a unique partnership with Seton Hill University. But first, our region's growing legal sector steps up to support arts and culture at the core of our quality of life. Pittsburgh Cultural Trust, which began building a cultural district in the heart of the city of Pittsburgh more than 25 years ago, is teaming up with the region's law firms to generate support and interest in cultural events. It should come as no surprise. Business and professional services, which includes law, has become one of our region's fastest growing industries. Kevin McMahon is president of the Pittsburgh Cultural Trust, and Chip Babst is with Babst Calland and a Trust volunteer board member. Welcome. Good to see both of you. Welcome back. Yeah, well, how did this new partnership with the law firms come about?
Well, Bill, basically, we were, as a lot of places, were facing some pretty severe economic constraints a couple of years ago as the storm clouds began to form. And the Trust was looking at a shortfall of anywhere between $500,000 and $750,000, and we were in the process of reducing our programming. And Chip Babst was sitting there listening to me go on about this and came up to me afterwards and said, Kevin, maybe we ought to try to do something about this, and I'll let Bill explain.
Well, I guess as I listened to Kevin and understanding what the Trust does, I started to think about it personally and how it would affect me, but then I thought beyond that and began to realize that it would have a negative impact on our law firm as well, and realized, I think maybe for the first time, that the Cultural Trust is more than just another worthy nonprofit, even more than just a tremendous regional asset, but for, I think, a business like ours, that it's a business partner. It has very direct, I think, impacts on our business. It, for example, the ability to attract new businesses to Pittsburgh, the ability to maintain our existing businesses is influenced by the Trust. When you see the rating of livable cities, and we always do so well, one of the criterion that is looked at is the cultural and arts opportunities, and Pittsburgh always shines in that category. And I think that has an effect on businesses that looking to come here. They think about their employees. The other thing from our perspective is we're always looking to bring in the best professionals and high quality staff. And again, I think having a vibrant cultural district helps that. And then finally, I just thought, even from the standpoint of just entertaining, the cultural district gives us an ability to attend or go to a nice restaurant in town and then go to a Broadway show, and that's just not available in other cities. So when I thought about that, I thought if other leaders and law firms looked at it similarly, that maybe there was something that we could do, that we could get together, and so we moved from there.
So how's this relationship worked out? Did the law firms respond to this pitch?
Well, Chip convened a group of what we had about 35 or 40 of the largest firms in the city.
We ultimately 29 came. But Kevin and I explained what the Trust is, which is something that a lot of people, surprisingly, Bill, don't realize. It's not just a group that brings this tremendous variety of arts to the city, but it's, I think Dan Honorato said a number of years ago that the Cultural Trust is the single entity that had the most to do in saving downtown Pittsburgh with the redevelopment of the cultural district. And so we were able, I think, to make that presentation. Then Kevin explained the funding shortfall that he was facing, and then I tried to make the pitch about the business partner perspective, and then
the real work started. After the meeting,
sure.
Chip and a couple of our other trust leaders, along with Chip, Tom Van Kirk over at Buchanan, and a number of folks went out and started really knocking on some of these doors as a follow-up, and the results were phenomenal. It was just amazing. And again, a lot of credit goes to Chip and the hard work that he did, because it's not always easy to knocking on doors. At this, particularly, remember, at this time, it wasn't so easy.
Yeah, we're talking about the deepest recession in a generation. It's true. But it really speaks to the importance. Law, of course, has been here since the beginning of the Pittsburgh's industrial heyday. But yeah, it's really emerged as a significant industry in its own right in Pittsburgh. Having these newer industries or these emerging industries step up has to be really important to us.
I think it really did help. Of course, we see a lot of new business coming in as a result of some of the new industries coming into the city, and I think the results speak for themselves. Chip, you want to?
Yeah, we ended up with 18 firms agreeing to participate, and what we did, Bill, is we presented a request that each firm would commit to funding over a 5-year period based upon the size of the firm. And we ended up with 18 firms agreeing to participate. In 2011, we have commitments of almost $250,000, and over the 5-year period, close to, or a little bit over, $1.2 million.
Wow, that's remarkable.
We're now able to plan forward out over the next couple of years, knowing we have this revenue stream coming in for the trust, and we'll be able to maintain some programs that were really in jeopardy.
Wow, that's terrific. And only a few seconds left, but you should talk about what's coming up next in the trust.
For example, we've got a couple great big shows coming in. Blast is coming in over to Heinz Hall in the upcoming weeks, and then we also have $1 Million Quartet first week of November, which is a really big show. Paul Taylor Dance Company is coming back through the Dance Council program. We open our Children's Festival, which is going to be a great season for children's theater all year long. Chinese Acrobats opens in mid-October. So there are just lots and lots of things going on. Brand new show, CLO bringing up a brand new show, Defending the Caveman at our Cabaret Theater in Theater Square. So something for everyone.
All right, check out the Trust website and come see a show in downtown Pittsburgh. All right, Kevin McMahon, Chip Babst from the Cultural Trust. Congratulations for the new effort.
Thanks, Bill.
Thanks, Bill.
Next up, a new cultural district that's emerging in the city of Greensburg and the higher ed partnership that's made it possible. Stay with us.